1629. My wife and I both needed a mildly sick for 2 months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I was both nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing would work. Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away. The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing. Navage helped me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life. Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. One of the most classic and customizable options for your home is custom drapes. Drapes can dress up a space, create privacy, black out a room, and be combined with other window treatments for an impressive and polished space. Just Blinds and Prattville is your trusted local source for quality custom drapery. Just Blinds offers pleated drapery, panel drapery, grommet style drapery, and drapery hardware. Ben here inviting you to visit our showroom in Prattville or visit us online at gojustblinds.com.
Listen to News Radio 1440 from the comfort of your car seat, the comfort of your desk chair, or the comfort of your recliner at home. We are everywhere on the radio, online, and on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey DQ fans, mark your calendars. Thursday, July 25th is Miracle Treat Day 2024. $1 or more of every Blizzard treat sold at participating DQ locations benefits your local children's hospital. Remember, July 25th, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Also, to our Tuesday, we'll give way to a warmer afternoon. Temperatures topping out upper 80s to low 90s, clouds, some sunshine, along with a chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms that'll linger into our early evening hours. Tonight, we'll see lows in the 70s. Our weather pattern stays consistent through the end of the week and the weekend ahead. Highs will be on either side of 90 degrees. Scattered rain and storms possibly stay with lows in the 70s. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Good news continues. Still no major problems or accidents. Checking with the surrounding counties, they're clear. You keep listening. We'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. You know, if you're born in December, a lot of people don't get their birthday parties because of all the holidays. Well, the Front Porch Grill is throwing you a birthday party this Friday and Saturday. Everybody born in December, you get free birthday cake and free party favors with your meal this Friday and Saturday at the Front Porch Grill in Millbrook, next to Food Outlet. And happy birthday. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. A disturbing discovery in East Montgomery off Bond Road, not far from the Taylor Road intersection. Authorities confirmed human remains were found in a grassy area yesterday afternoon close to the public shopping center. It was a man's body, although no identification has been made. Montgomery police have launched a death investigation. With President Biden out of the presidential race, Alabama Democrats are joining forces to support his Vice President Kamala Harris. The Alabama Democratic Party releasing a statement pledging their full support towards a Kamala Harris presidency. A state trooper is charged in a cocaine distribution investigation. It's not clear when it all started, but authorities confirm it continued through at least June 10th. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency confirms senior trooper Michael Evans from Montgomery was arrested in this case. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headlines.
Montgomery Men's Health exists for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At Montgomery Men's Health, there's nothing to fear and no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for years. Our friendly, discreet team of medical providers will take the time to listen. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Book your appointment now.
I'm Ed Horrell, author of The Kindness Revolution. My wife and I enjoyed a wonderful dinner last week with friends we hadn't seen in a long time. The next day, I sent a text message letting them know how much we enjoyed being with them. That same day, we received a handwritten note, which they delivered to our mailbox, letting us know how much they had enjoyed our dinner, along with an article we had discussed. That note and that effort means a lot to me, and it should. The fact they had taken the time to write and deliver a heartfelt note
I got a blue car
sure
out
made
there.
my little text message seem somewhat
It's right
endearing.
across the street.
In
It's right
today's
in the same
high-tech,
building with
low-touch world,
First Bank
how refreshing it is to get a thoughtful handwritten note once in a while.
on the third floor.
Well, it's enough to inspire me. I'm ordering stationery and getting in the handwritten note business today, and I hope I can make someone's world a little kinder. To learn more, check us out at thekindnessrevolution.net.
My job, finances, everything's so crazy. I just want to be in control. With Sam, I can.
Sam is Smart About Money, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Get empowered. Reach your financial goals. Visit samican.org.
Take News Radio 1440 with you everywhere on your AM dial at 1440, on 95.1 HD3 on FM, through our app on the App Store, or through your Alexa or Google smart home device. Set. Refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again. It's another day, one more, on top of the ground. And the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is July the 23rd, 2024. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Time to Party. You'll get the message in a moment. Our scripture insight today comes from Luke 15, 11 through 13, and 17 through 24. We'll start it off. Luke 15, 23 says, let's have a feast and celebrate. Good morning to you. And again, it is July the 23rd. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that shall never, ever be again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things today that you should have done that you don't. And you certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, hopefully tomorrow, you'll be proud of what you have done with the time you've been allotted. If you've been around a while, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, the mercy, the charity, and love of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then this is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever we do what we can, while we can, for whom we can, until we can't. Because somewhere along the line, somebody helped us. All of us. Oh, a shoulder to cry on, a word of encouragement. Somebody helped. You can do the same. Again, we'll be back. It is time to party. That's our daily bread for this morning. Our daily bread after this morning. We'll be back right after these messages.
Welcome to today's encouragement from our daily bread.
Well, I must forget.
I'm Wynn Collier, and I wrote today's piece entitled Time to Party.
Good morning. Good morning.
Our former church in Virginia held baptisms in the Ravenna River, where often the sunshine is warm but the water is frigid.
Tell me about that.
After our Sunday service, we load into our cars and caravan to a city park where neighbors toss frisbees and kids mob the playground.
I think maybe Sean.
We were quite a spectacle, traipsing to the river's edge.
You've been up here before.
Standing in the icy water, I would offer scripture and immerse those being baptized into this tangible expression of God's love. As they emerged, soaked to the bone, cheers and clapping erupted.
Y'all left somebody else out there. Did y'all ring the
Climbing
bell?
up the bank,
Yeah,
friends
we
and
did.
families
Somebody
enveloped
actually
the
heard
newly baptized in hugs.
Oh, they heard it on air?
Everyone
No.
getting
Oh,
drunk.
okay. I was going to say.
We had
Because
cake,
they don't
drinks,
have
and
staff.
snacks.
Gotcha.
The neighbors watching didn't always understand what was happening, but they knew it was a celebration. In Luke 15, Jesus' story of the prodigal son reveals that it's cause for celebration whenever someone returns home to God.
We have to do this first.
Anytime someone says yes to God's invitation, it's time to party. When the son who'd abandoned his father returned, the father immediately insisted on showering him with a designer robe, a shiny ring, and new shoes. Bring the fatted calf, he said. Let's have a feast, celebrate.
So.
Yeah.
How's
A
your son
massive,
Fine.
exuberant
Last year in
party,
school.
including whoever would join the revelry, was
Actually,
a fitting way.
if we hadn't made him repeat the third grade, why we did that? Oh, no.
Today's our
It's been
daily
done
bread
already.
devotional scripture reading is from
he's there
Luke
now.
chapter
Yeah, but he
15,
might have struggled the rest
verses
of the
11 to
day,
13 and 17 to
When's his
24.
birthday?
Not in public school.
Jesus
When's
continued,
his birthday?
there was a man who had two sons.
Okay, so I
The younger one said to his father,
He wouldn't have struggled that much.
Father,
Maybe
give
not.
me my share of the estate.
But not
So he divided his property between them.
And that's a shame, but
Not long after that,
it is
the
what it
younger
is.
son got together
Where's he
all
now?
he had,
Uh,
set off for a
Percy
distant
Julian.
country, and there squandered his wealth in
Well,
wild
he
living.
surprised me. He told me, he said, you
Now
know,
picking up at verse
the
17.
teachers,
When he
are
came to
okay
his
for the most
senses, he
part.
said,
but he
how
said,
many of my father's
the
hired
environment
servants have
just
food to
absolutely
spare?
sucks.
yeah.
And here I am, starving to death.
And the environment is half the
I will
battle.
set out and go back to my
Totally.
father and say to
You
him,
know,
Father, I have sinned against
Buddy,
heaven and against
he
you.
made the, he made,
I am no longer worthy to be
I
called
didn't
your
have faith
son.
in that school at first.
Make me like one
but
of
when
your
he
hired
took his
servants.
ASVAB test, he just took it to
So he
the
got up
military.
and went
They
to his
say
father.
he scored the average.
But while he
the
was
average
still a long
test,
way off,
you got to make at
his
least
father
50,
saw him and was filled with
which is where I
compassion
was
for him.
back in the day.
He ran to his son,
Um,
threw his
he-
arms
he
around
made
him, and kissed him.
68, almost 70.
The son said to
Okay,
him,
and I said, well,
Father, I have
okay,
sinned
they said
against
that's why
heaven and against you.
the top
I am no longer
10%.
worthy to be
Yeah,
called your
that's
son.
good.
And I,
The
until
father
today,
said
I
to his
didn't know the
servants,
ASVAB test. I didn't
"Quick,
know something you had to take.
bring the best
Yeah,
robe
yeah,
and put it
yeah.
on him.
But evidently,
Put a ring on
it
his
tests
finger
whether
and
or not you
sandals
have
on
the
his feet.
ability to learn.
Bring the fatted calf and kill it.
Normally,
Let's have a feast and celebrate.
given certain
For
environments,
this son of mine was dead and is alive again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was lost
and
and
how
is
fast you
found.
can learn it.
So they began to celebrate.
So does he think he's going to go military?
He's going into reserve next year when he gets out of high. He leaves.
Let's
in
pray.
June, going to-
Dear God,
And he's going to do.
we have much to
networking
celebrate.
Stuff and stuff like that.
and this joy flows from you and your work in our
But you
life.
never know, kids. They may change.
In Jesus'
their mind.
name,
He won't be
we
able to
pray.
change his mind on that
Amen.
one.
Oh, yeah.
He may.
Today's encouragement was
Active,
provided
he's
by
on
our
a
Daily
reserve.
Bread Ministries.
But that's what take the reserve. That way, if you don't like it, then you can
Get on out.
6 years. At least not every day. And good morning, everybody. We're having a great time up here already this morning. Right now, we're gonna go. I got some couple of guests. We're gonna go to one of my favorite subjects, of course. Why that is, I don't know, because I skipped school more than anybody I know. That's because it was boring. And then I figured out later on I was just brilliant, and they just bored me to tears. So that's what it was. Anyway, good morning to you. First of all, before I get to my guests, let's pay homage to our armed forces of these United States: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. I haven't figured out what Space Force does yet, but evidently they get the check, so they're doing something. That's okay. Also, some of our local heroes: Montgomery Fire Department, Montgomery Sheriff Department, Montgomery Police Department. Good morning to the mayor. Hey, if I'm gonna kiss up, it's gonna be somebody who can do something for me. Sorry about that, but I just got to tell like it is. Is that it? Fire department. Okay. Oh, the sanitation department, because you never miss the sanitation department. It's kind of like when your commode Nobody really misses it until it ain't working. Okay, I'm just saying we might want to get a sanitation department a little props here. All right, and we'll be right back. All right, then, enough of that. My guest said, okay, I didn't know I'm getting inducted to the military. You're not, but we got to pay homage because somebody's got to pay for all this freedom we got. Well, our freedom looks like it's coming less and less. At least the freedom from keep our money anyway. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. On the clock, it says 7:21 in the morning. So I got a couple of guests in here right now. So y'all tell the folks who you are.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is Sean Williams. I'm the marketing director for River Region Academy. We really appreciate Mr. Elkins here for allowing us to come and speak to you about what we have. We also have our principal here.
I'm Chris White. Like Sean said, I'm the principal at River Region Academy.
Okay. Now, y'all got to get this microphone a little bit closer to you there. There you go. I'll come a little closer. Yeah, don't pull it out. Okay, there you go. All right, then. We want people to hear you. So, what is River Region Academy? Where are they located at? And what do you guys specialize in?
Yeah, so River Region Academy, 4240 Lomax Street. We've been around for quite some time. We really just specialize in personalized training, specialized education. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. So we have small.
Not special education, but
no. Well, we have special education as well, but it's really specialized, individualized learning is what I'd like to say. Our teacher-student ratio is 1:8. So we have pretty small classrooms so that we can really pay attention to our students and what they may need. And of course, in a public school system, it's just a lot of students. You might have 25 to 30 students in one classroom. So us being able to get to know our students on a personal level and really see what their needs are is kind of what we specialize in.
Okay.
He said it all. We're a K through 12 school, and we care about each child.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's a private school, so it's not a public school. It's a private school.
Correct.
Are the potential students' parents, are we able to get involved? What's this thing that the state gives you money for the school, or whatever this thing they got going on, where they give you so much money from the state for your child if you decide to send them over there?
Well, starting next year, they'll have the Choose Act. And yes, we will be able to accept the Choose Act. Right now, we accept the Accountability Act scholarships.
Okay. Well, as long as you get a little help in it. Mm-hmm. What's your curriculum like over there?
Yeah, so the curriculum is pretty much similar to the MPS system, but we have it into 4 hours, right? So the students get out around 12:15, 12:30, depending on if they're K through 5 or, the high schoolers. So really, our ideal education system allows us to get all that they need in 4 hours, right? So if they want to go off to work, the high school student, they want to go off to work, or if the kids have any other extracurricular activities or tutoring situations that they have to go to, they can do that. We try to specialize in being effective and efficient in our education, so we don't take the whole day.
If you go 12 years of school and if you get out 3 weeks or 3 months a year, at least in theory, that's 3 years of time off. Mm. So in actuality, we don't really need to go to school for 12 years. I mean, we really don't. Yeah. But the most of that stuff is filled with filler. Okay,
that's correct.
And hey, listen, everybody's got to make a check. I have no problem with that at all. Everybody can make a living. But what gets me in school is the environment. Tell me a little bit of something about your environment over there.
Yeah. So I'm actually glad you asked that. We really hone in on a family dynamic, right? I'll say that again, a family dynamic. With the small classrooms and small class sizes, we can really get to know these students. Of course, everybody says that, everybody says, we can get to know them, but truly, if you only have 8 students in class, you're going to really get to know them.
Some people got 8 people in their family.
Yeah, exactly. So, you can really get to know them. You get to know them, you get to know their mom, you get to know their dad on a personal level. Mm-hmm. That just might not be possible for a huge classroom. We really try to get to know students as people, not just students, but as people, as kids. We treat them as our own. So I think that separates us from any other school because we have those abilities to really get to know the parents and students.
You're the principal. It has been my experience that principals succumb to political pressure often in the public setting. Um, do you have the wherewithal to implement policies that are at least overall good for the environment in your school, or are you going to answer to somebody else?
No.
Well, we all answer to somebody, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah, I answer to somebody else,
Yeah.
but he does guide me. But we don't have all the pressures in public school. We focus on building culture, building the family.
Yeah, no, Chris, she hit it on the head. She hit the nail right on the head just with what she said. I mean, it's not really about this side or that side or them versus us. It's not about that, right? It shouldn't ever be about that because we're all unified under one. And it's the same thing that goes for us at River Region Academy. We want to do everything that we can to make sure that everybody feels heard and everybody feels important. And that doesn't mean ostracizing one group or doing this or that. We just want to do something that everybody can get under. Because I mean, even today, that's what we need, not just as a school, but as people in general, as people in Montgomery community, we need to just unify under a common goal, which is our children. And that's what we're doing.
And the grades you guys have in that school is what grades?
K through 12.
K through 12. And so that means K stands for kindergarten.
Yes.
I would imagine. Okay. If I said, could you guarantee me that if my child came to your school and did what he or she is supposed to do, that you would have no doubt that they would be prepared to either go to a higher education or walk out of those doors and get a job? What would you tell me?
I would say yes. I could guarantee that as long as they put forth their effort, because it's like you can bring a horse to water, and if they drink, we test and post test every year so we can see the growth.
Okay. Some schools want you to be magically already ready before they show up. Now I may be wrong, so y'all correct me if I am wrong, but I'm a computer guy, right? I fix computers. I don't expect you to bring me a computer that's working well. Okay.
Correct.
When you bring me a computer, I'm going to fix it. Matter of fact, you don't even have to tell me what's wrong with it, because when I turn it on, I'll see what's wrong with it. I understand that parents have some sort of obligation, although I don't know if I could do it. I used to get mad at Z. I really ready to slap him down because he didn't know the answer. But then again, he's like 3 and I'm like 45. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you know? I don't have the patience for it. It takes a certain personality to truly be a good teacher, and it did not come with me. So I guess if I didn't have the time, because I'm working 2 or 3 jobs trying to make sure the lights are on, I'm eating, and okay, Johnny may not know all of his colors, okay, but that's why I'm sending Johnny to school, so he knows that. Now here's my theory. I think my child should be prepared to come in your environment, be respectful, be obedient, and ready for instruction. Now, anything other than that, I gotta get that someplace else. Am I wrong on that?
No, I think you're correct. But even so, in kindergarten, some of them come learning, and part of the learning process is learning how to be able to receive instruction. So we don't have a preconceived idea that everybody's going to know the colors or their alphabet, because they don't. And we take every child from where they're at, and we grow them from there.
It is my opinion that too many of our kids today are saddled with diagnoses that have nothing to do with reality, but it is a convenient way so they don't have to do the things they need to do to teach your kids. So we saddle them with things like ADHD. Not saying that it's probably out there, but I cannot believe the overwhelming number of kids in school today that are saddled with a chemical dependence almost, and with this diagnosis that will follow them for the rest of their life. And you talking about getting jobs, state jobs, government jobs, military. I mean, we eliminate them from a certain part of our workforce because we've saddled them. I would hope that if you guys ran into somebody like that, um, before we saddle anybody with anything, I mean, we do our due diligence to make sure that it's them and not us.
Correct. And I think doctors do a good job of, they don't just automatically give somebody diagnoses.
Well, that's good. That's good. Because one day a teacher told me that a child came up to her and said, "Do you know who I am? B." You know the B stand for. Okay. And she took him to the principal's office. He was back at her classroom before she got back. And I'm a disciplinarian. Okay, not that much nowadays. But can you guys put the wood on somebody if they need it?
I wouldn't do that. I don't think that's our job in the school. I think that's a parent's job in the home. We do talk about it.
Some people are not very good parents.
I got that. we do try to find out what is the crux of the problem.
Mm-hmm. But I do believe that, and although I'll put the wood on you in a heartbeat like Mr. Wellborn did, everybody remembers the teacher that put the wood on. Okay, you may forget everything else, but you remember that guy. My teacher was Mr. Wellborn. He was a shop teacher, but and it got my attention. You know, the hardest thing I had to do was try not to cry in front of the girls in the classroom, like it didn't hurt. It was. Yeah, it did.
Did you cry?
Yeah, I did. And the tears came flowing after I turned my head around. So I got something in my eye. But I do believe our kids are smart enough now to learn to take a lesson, a verbal lesson. Mm-hmm. I do believe it. Although I still believe the wood should be part of that inventory. But that's just me. I'm not in the school system at all. One more thing before we the governor came up with a right to know the other day, a law. And I don't want to get you guys involved in the politics of this world that we live in today, but I have to. Okay, only a little bit here. You know, we have a lot of young kids. Kids are confused at a young age, and then some of them confused all the way up to their 50s. Okay, but they don't. We are allowing in some places. Allowing our kids to make certain decisions without benefit of counsel sometimes of their own parents. And we have, I'm not going to get into what those decisions are, but you guys, I would assume, talk to the parents about whatever you feel is wrong. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, it kind of all just boils down to getting to know the kids on a personal level, because there's a lot that you can find out just by talking to someone. Mm-hmm. There's a lot you can find out by just seeing what their problems truly are. And then you can, teachers, like you said, Mr. Wellborn, maybe you remember him.
Yeah, for different
reasons. Yeah. But at the end of the day, he impacted your life, right?
Impacted me a couple ways.
Physically impacted you. But he impacted, you are where you are today because of that. So that's what teachers are there to do, right? Mm-hmm. We can offer our counsel. We can offer something for the students. If they need anyone to talk to, that's what we're here to do, and we're able to do that because we have such small classes, and that we can get to know the parents on a personal level, and get to know the kids on a personal level, so we can potentially have everybody in on the same page, and just know that we're on your team.
Is there a mechanism by which you decide whether or not a student is right for your school?
We do check on backgrounds, because if we know a child is a discipline problem, it really depends on the circumstance, because we have accepted a couple that could have gone maybe that way and didn't, and they're thriving. Mm-hmm. So we really hesitate on not accepting somebody. But if it's a known discipline issue, I can't bring that to our family.
Isn't disciplinary issues though a symptom of something else?
Yes.
Because kids want to learn. It's a natural thing. They want to learn. And so when they find themselves not learning, I would just hope that we, like I tell my son, challenge him. Challenge him to do something. Give him, if his brain's working that fast, he'll be able to do a lot of things at once. That's the way I'm looking at it. Well, let's not bore our kids to death in school and then blame them for being hyperactive. Right. How about recess or moments where you get a chance just to, because kids got energy. And we don't make them sit in the classroom all day long without being able to go outside or something, do we?
No, even though we're a half-day school.
Oh, that's right. Well, half-day.
Yeah, but K through 6, we have built into the schedule movement. Okay. And that's what I call it. Like maybe 3 or 4 times. Now, just the nature of elementary, they're going to be moving.
Right.
They get up and go to the reading or to the whatever. But we do have built-in movement. Mm-hmm.
So as a private school, can you guys determine, as far as the books and things of that nature in your school, do you guys determine which books are part of the depository there? What
yes.
subjects?
Yeah, we follow the state curriculum, so there's state courses of study, so what is supposed to be taught, and then we offer different resources for the teachers to use, different textbooks or other kinds of resources.
Okay. So your curriculum is equal to or better than any public school?
Yes.
Okay. Because you follow the same. I would imagine all private schools pretty much got to follow that. Are you accredited? Well, I don't know exactly what that means, but
yes, we are accredited by Cognia. It used to be SACS and then Advanced Ed. Now it's called Cognia, and we've been accredited for more than 25 years.
Okay. So the name of your school again is?
River Region Academy.
And how do I search you out and see if I want to come over there and check you out?
No, so you can reach us at www.riverregionacademy.com, or you can call at 334-262-0191. But if you would like to just kind of see what we're about, just see who the teachers are, just kind of see what you might be getting into, I would encourage you to go to the website first, and then you can book through there.
Okay, and again, that website is what? Forget the www, we already know that.
Yeah, riverregionacademy.com.
riverregionacademy.com. And your phone number again is?
334-262-0191.
Okay. Now, did you go to River Region Academy?
No, I went to Lamb High School.
Yeah. I knew it. You look like one of those.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Right?
It is a compliment.
Okay,
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I mean, it's either. I get 2 schools where people are really kind of, well, I won't call them narcissists, but they say, I got a friend that went to St. Jude. I swear him down. The St. Jude was the college university of Montgomery, Alabama, and laughed. Everybody walked with a little chip on their shoulder over there. Which, hey, it ain't bragging if you can do it. Okay, so I ain't mad at you. Okay. Actually, I'm a little bit mad because I didn't put that much into it. I didn't put that much into it. Okay. Well, one more time, the name of the school again is
River Region Academy.
And the number again for somebody who's interested?
334-262-0191.
Okay, Mr. Principal, I'll give you the last word. And why should we investigate River Region Academy?
You should come visit our school because we care about our kids. We care about our whole family, and culture is the basis. We start from there and move on.
Okay. And you are the principal, and the school goes from K through 12.
Mm-hmm. That's
okay.
Correct.
And they've guaranteed me that when they walk out of that school, if they make it through the curriculum, they'll be trained sufficient and educated sufficiently enough to at least compete with anybody out there in Montgomery to finish any school.
Yes.
Who'd you do that? Wait a minute, I won't have it. Yeah. But somebody will tell me. Anyway, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Again, that name of that school one more time. Let the principal say.
River Region Academy.
Okay, you got to put a little more bait.
A little more bait. I'm
No. Give me that number one more time. Get a little closer to the mic.
334-262-0191.
Okay, River Region Academy. Y'all got a motto? Not yet.
No. Your journey to excellence begins here.
I love that word, excellent. Because without the pursuit of it, you really don't want to. It's like running on the treadmill. You're going to the next thing like it, but you're not. Excellent is what it's all about. We'll be back.
First weather forecast.
Thank you very much.
Radio 1310.
I'll do it.
It's your local children's hospital. Monday, July 25th, only at DQ. Happy taste good.
Also, to our Tuesday, we'll give it to the woman. We're going to get the outdoor and that's your first solar forecast. I'm going to SFA meteorologist Victor on News Radio 1340.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1340.
And roll out a turn state community conference. Transform your academic year. Class starts on the 23rd of May at State.edu. For topics to law, major delay.
Did you know your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can use their less. It's for free. You take your medication. Just search for the prescription. It's so free. And make sure to go to the pharmacy. There are over 70,000 products, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. And it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to do. Next time you go for fitness assistance, check it all out. It's like savings today for the GoodLife.com. GoodLife is not insurance.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last three addresses. Your info is in English places that really expose your info to identity theft. That's why that matters. Millions of people if your identity is stolen, save up to 40% your first year with promo code PLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less so you can make more. With Ramp, you get full visibility of your company's spending and control who spends what with each money. Ramp software collects and verifies receipts instantly to save your team valuable time. Ramp automates data entry and routine tasks with automated equipment, expense categorization and bill payments, time-consuming tasks. Which means you'll stop paying for spending and close your book at end. Instead of days, businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. Get 200 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/free. Ramp.com/free. RAMP.
It's cold up in here.
Bill Bradley. Plumbing, heating, and air conditioning concerns. Bill Bradley will come fix your home. Call today and tune up your AC for only $74.95. Bill Bradley, your source for all things marine, including available financing on HVAC. Certificate number 849.
When someone drives up to your house, generally the first thing they see is your driveway, your invitation. Someday when you sell your home, your driveway will get the way you maintain this investment. This is time to improve incorporate technology. Today, for all your needs, your driveway and your swimming pool as well as complete outdoor living areas, fire pits, fences, stamp and patterned patios, retaining walls, and drainage systems to complete the outdoor living area. People come together for New Year for a goal to be the best. We have ideas to share and hundreds of pictures on Facebook, posted for your viewing. For years, you spend our trip to your street for signs in your neighbor's yard. We can call you 334-284. Indeed, follow us on Facebook for hundreds of pictures of projects. Call me here today, 334-284-9292. 334-284-9292.
Listen to News Radio 1440, News Radio 1440 for your Alexa or Google smart device.
Well, I see our VP candidate for Trump has an interesting take on life. I'm proud of the guy, but I think he made a statement before I get into something else, something more important. You know, he did speak that women who happen to give birth, like Kamala Harris, are childless catmates who are miserable in their own lives and have no direct stake in America. You need to hurry up and get on action. Undo that one. That's not a winning strategy. I don't think that's what he said. I think, man, what kind of thing you saying? You don't have to have kids to have stake in America. You don't have kids. I mean, wow, that's kind of, Donald, you call a brother back. I know the Marine and everything. Hoorah! I'm good with that. You can't find perfect people, but I think you need to apologize. I think, yeah, you need to read. You may say that I think he needs to pull back. I know it's kind of Donald Trump to say that people don't have two. I think that's a little actually disingenuous. You know, you gotta take the good with the bad, but if I'm Donald, I'm saying, hey, oh man, I love the guy though. I love his story. His story is what America's all about. Not that statement. I got some other things to you guys want to do. They get on this call. A favorite guy on talk radio years has passed away, and I'll tell you who that is in a little bit here. Good morning, who's this? Yes. Yeah. 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 2025. Mm-hmm. Uh, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What did you say about what? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, I guess they're not going to get a lot of people to join, and they're going to have to. Now, let me answer. Who came with Project 2025? Jordan. Right, right. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. But right, with my understanding now, before we put all this on top, my understanding here is right, right, so right, right, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, but what people put out, though, what people put out, their wish list of things to happen, we know most of that crap won't happen. I mean, we know. I mean, we know it won't happen. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Well, some people have said that. Right. Yeah. My whole thing, my whole. Do you believe that the federal government's gotten too big? I just ask you now, though. But I want you to be. Wait a minute. I want you to be. Wait a minute. Yeah. It's gotten too big. Wait a minute. Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that? That well, we're not going to tear down the government because black folks got a job. Uh, you got it, brother. You got to give me some proof. You got to show me some concrete proof, empirical evidence. Because most, uh, uh, so we're gonna wait. So we are going to redo our whole country for 11% of the population. Yeah, yeah, I hear it. Okay. All right, all right. Appreciate it. I don't think we're going to redo the whole government because of the 11% of the population, a far greater number of people working for the government. I don't know. Listen, hey, everybody just not their own total belief. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. The one who's this? Yes. Mhm. Yeah. I hear you, brother. The one who's this? Okay. Now that you're nice and congenial about it, I'm always. But my fairness and your fairness may be two different definitions. Okay. Nothing wrong with thinking differently. 7:57 in the morning. Good morning on there. Good. And remember, Project 2025 did not come from Trump. Let's just get that out of the way. I know, I just let it right out. It didn't come from Donald Trump. I'm just saying that people think. Listen, I've got to let you call back because I'm out of time. And do it. I'll let you call back next hour. After I get done with my, I'll tell you about the talk radio. Everybody knows how I'm gonna keep that. And we pay homage to a man 80 years later to get brought back to Lounge Cat. We'll be back. Uno momento, or uno dos tres cuatro momento. Okay, I'm just saying. English, and of course.
You noticed last night, LeBron James had to drive the paint with 8 seconds left to beat Sudan. Well, you're talking about how NBA should not be allowed to play in the Olympics. Well, they almost got the ass beat by Sudan, scored 100 points on them, and were up with 16 seconds left to go in the game. LeBron had to come back at the last minute within 8 seconds to take the lead and eventually win, or else we would have lost to Sudan.
Just because they're from Sudan don't mean they can't play ball.
No, I know, but you're saying with the NBA, they're too professional. They're going to beat everybody. They ain't fair for our professional basketball players.
Get played basketball in Sudan. How much money do you think they make? They make more than our guys make.
No, one of the guys in Sudan actually got drafted by the NBA.
Exactly. That's the pros.
So they're playing against pros who are good.
News Radio 1440 is WLWIAM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin with new developments in Washington following the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. House Speaker Mike Johnson and Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries have just announced they're forming a bipartisan task force to investigate security failures leading up to the shooting. It was a day after the head of the Secret Service, Kimberly Cheatham, testified on Capitol Hill. Correspondent Nicole Killian. For hours, Cheeto was pressed repeatedly over how 20-year-old gunman Thomas Brooks made it to a rooftop only 500 feet away from the former president, and why Trump was still allowed to take the stage despite agents being told 2 to 5 times that a suspicious person had been spotted. Vice President Kamala Harris hits the campaign trail in Wisconsin today with what CBS News estimates is enough delegate support to win the Democratic nomination for president. Correspondent Peter Keefe says there are still high-profile holdouts.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries have yet to officially back her, while Senator Bernie Sanders is withholding support until he hears more about her agenda.
Her campaign says Harris has received $100 million in small donations since Sunday. The parents of a woman killed by a sheriff's deputy are speaking out after newly released video showing the officer shooting her in the face as she followed his instructions to check a pot of water on the stove. Tony Massey was black, the sheriff's deputy white. His father, James Williams, has CBS News.
If we're not for the body cam footage, we would not have known that this occurred.
His daughter had called 911 about a possible Fowler. The officer has pleaded not guilty for first-degree murder. The Transportation Department announced this morning it's opening an investigation into Delta Airlines, which is still struggling after a global tech meltdown. CBS's Chris Van Cleve is at the airport in L.A.
Since the CrowdStrike software outage began Friday morning, Delta has canceled over 5,300 flights, 100 more on its regional partners, stranding people across the country and around the world.
Other U.S. carriers now report normal operations. We are not the only ones who likes good gossip. CBS's Vicki Barker explains from the Farm Desk.
Researchers analyzed thousands of gestures made by ape species in 5 areas of East Africa. They found that they exchange rapid-fire gestures with similar humans hold back and forth conversations, with regional variations roughly akin to different dialects.
S&P futures are down 3, Dow futures up 2. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
I'm always on the go. So I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I'm partnered with Beacon. With their unique Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right in my fingertips 24/7. I rely on Beacon. I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through September 15th, purchase GAF through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Go to BECN.com or download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always building.
Hi, I'm Stephen Alon. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One reason is the food in my dog's food.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Pop Crispies. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
Although technically, the dog is not handling your battery. Message and data rates may apply.
Looking for a healthy lifestyle? Check out this list.
It's the American Fitness Index from the American College of Sports Medicine. 100 cities measured with 33 health indicators. Number 1 for the 7th straight year, Arlington, Virginia. YouTuber Will Tennyson went there last year to uncover the reason.
There's a lot of options in the future. I'm in a very small proximity here, so people in America are over on the fast food. Just getting fast food.
Healthy food. 88% of Arlington residents say they exercise. There are public parks for walking and biking. A low smoking rate. 2. Washington, D.C. is 2nd. Seattle 3rd. At the bottom of the list, Oklahoma City. Steve Chapin, CBS News.
There's a new captain on the world stage.
Football team party
LeBron James dominant for the U.S. in the pre-Olympic game against Germany. He scored the last 11 points to help his team to a 92-88 win. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
up to 40% your post yield. Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. hims.com/radio.
In the morning.
And good morning, everybody. Good morning, and good morning again. We'll take your call. Having a lot of today. That I know by most of us that it was a historical event. Also, anybody who's been listening to talk radio for a long time, know the name Glenn Henry. Glenn Henry, I believe in real estate. When God like that, he had always been I live in different, different. But he did have to live in family. He was certainly interested in me. I lived for 20 years, and I still haven't found out what happened to it. I'm trying to figure that out as we go on. But before we take any calls or anything like that, I just wanted to make sure that I put that out there for his family and his, so they know that we hadn't forgotten about Glenn Henry. Well, Glenn Henry is gone. He has left the building. And we're thankful that we knew him. There's some people who go through life and leave and nobody knows. Nobody mentions them. Then there are some people who go through life wide open, touching every life that they run into and the things that we remember them fondly. And Glenn Henry is one of those people. So our prayers to his wife and to his family and to his kids. We bid you farewell. Also, there is another man who came back the other day from one of those countries over there. I don't exactly remember which one it is. but he did. And you've never heard the name before. If you're hearing it now, you probably never heard it before. But his name is Charles Powers. Mr. Powers was a World War II veteran. He died 82 years ago. He just now, recently, was brought home to Lowndes County, Alabama. He was a prisoner of war. He was also on the Bataan Death March in the Philippines. He was one of those people that was at war already when Pearl Harbor was bombed. PFC, 82 years later, Charles Powers. I want to thank the motorcades who brought him in. I forgot the name of that motorcycle group, but they're always there to usher old soldiers home. He survived the Bataan March, the Death March. But then he died in the care and concern of the Japanese army. 3,000 people died in that camp. And I learned something yesterday I did not know. 80,000 people are still missing from World War II, lost in battle. But Charlie Powers is his nephew over there in Lowndes County. We just want to thank them for their sacrifice. And I hope that we as people in this country at some point will stop and realize what a great nation we have. Not a perfect one. There have been people who've given their lives for us. And so we thank those people over there. We thank Mr. Powers for his sacrifice and his family. 80,000 soldiers, sailors, and airmen are still missing from World War II. 80,000 people. Wow. Wow. Took him 82 years to get home. 82 years. Wow. Maybe he and Glenn Henry will get together and talk about old times. Let's pay homage to those, to Glenn Henry and Mr. Charles Powers, World War II veteran, PFC, who took 82 years after going through all that hell in the Philippines, finally made it home. It is because of the sacrifices of these men and many, many, many more of the 80,000 that have never been found that allows us to, well, to disagree and get up every morning in a free country. We'll be back right after this. And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Okay, 860-1440 is the number you want to give us a call up. I got a lot of things to talk about still. A lot of things to talk about. I think the VP though, the guy, he needs a class intact. Kind of like me when I said when I used to open my mouth and insert my foot. I think that's what he did. 860-1440. Good morning on there. Thanks for holding. Morning. Oh yeah. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that one specifically. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, appreciate it. 860-1440. Good morning on there. All right. Wait a minute. So why should I change? Mm-hmm. People of like minds. People of like minds. Well, whatever it is for people of like mind. And he didn't. Well, mm. Well. Now wait a minute, wait a minute. Presidents, pre, president, wait a minute. Presidents don't make law. Again, right? But presidents don't. But presidents don't make law. Okay, okay then. Hmm. And again, that's a Heritage Foundation. That's not a member of Congress. I mean, it's right. It's a plan by them. Okay. Well, I'm just saying that it's not him. It's not him. Hmm. Hmm. No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He said he didn't feel the chairman. He, yeah, he didn't say that. He said that. What did he say? He said that. He said women who haven't given birth, like Kamala Harris, are childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and have no direct stake in America. I totally disagree with that statement, but I don't disagree with the guy. I totally. That's true. Okay. Well, again, he's kind of young. 39 is not real old, and he's just like anybody else. He needs to learn tact and get used to sitting down in front of the big crowds rather than the small ones. That's okay. He made a dumb statement. Okay. Well, listen, I gave you 4 minutes, so I got to run somebody else on the phone. But I know, but you can't get it all in today. Good morning on there. Yes. That they didn't know about. Yeah. But what does it say about it? I'm not in charge of the city. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, mm, right. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you have the president? Wait. It's a conversation. Do you have Trump's phone number since you know exactly what was in his mind? Can you give it to me? Yeah. I don't care what you're talking about him, but tell the truth. I was not abused. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They abused him. I didn't feel abused by the president. Oh yeah, well, I'm all right with gutter language. It depends if it's word or, but that wasn't okay. Well, now some gutter language I don't like. I think JD. I just think JD made a mistake in his delivery. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, I think he made a mistake. Okay. Well, listen, you have a right to your opinion. That's all that is. That's an opinion of you. I have not heard the okay. I have not heard Trump say I'm gonna get him in there so he can say what I can't say. I haven't heard that. Yeah. I don't care nothing about that. What he did. I don't care what he did before he became president. I don't care. He can say what he wants. This is America, and you got a right to free speech. I got a right not to like it. You do too. All right. Okay. I got you. I got you. I'm done. Good morning. Who's this? I don't know. Well, he went in Congress. You talking about that. Well, you're not talking about the Congress guy. You're talking about the guy that's in Lawrence from Haynesville, House of Representatives, right? Right. House Rep, not Congress. She may not know about it. I don't know. Mm. Yeah. Well, it's about decentralizing the government. Actually, they want to give the president. Well, yeah. I'm reading it, and they want. Then they wrote the wrong thing. Well, yeah, but don't say it's wrong because I'm looking at the whole thing right here. Mm. Yeah. Well, sometimes it's difficult. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? I'm doing fine. Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody does, but most people don't really know what the button is. Most people in America, I mean, if you ask the average walking around citizen, what kind of government do we have? You know, they won't be able to tell you. Right. Right. And they don't know who their own representative is. So yeah. Oh, absolutely does. And that's what I'm afraid. I'm so afraid for our military because we more concerned about Johnny wants to get rid of his Willie than whether or not he can pick up a rifle and defend his country. And so yeah. I mean, he's just older. He's just an old man, and so that's I mean, those yeah, 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 yeah. Well, wait. You can ask that. You can ask. You can ask. But you can ask who's running the government since Reagan. I mean, we don't know. I mean, we don't know. Well, I, I think it's legitimate overtaken now. Talking about an insurrection. I don't know who in the hell is running our government. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Yeah. Mm. Right. Said I. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Well, and that's true. And personally, if he's not good enough to be run for president, then obviously he's not well enough to be president. And I agree with you. Then why not just bring about the 25th Amendment and let her have the next 6 months or whatever, however more months we got here as president of the United States. And she's running for the job anyway. Let's see her do. Let's see her work. Well, I won't say he's brain dead. I mean, but he's surely, yeah, yeah. I mean, well, yeah, I think he's still alive. But I mean, again, though, he's just old, and I understand that. Yeah, well, I don't know if and I can't say he's senile. Yeah, I can't say he's senile now. I heard him say something the other day. I mean, he has moments like, and if the truth be told, yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah. Well, some of the times I ain't there. So I mean, yeah, well, that's true. But again, that nuclear trigger cannot be pressed by one person. So that's a safeguards we got against that. I think he's still. Yeah, well, let me do some research on that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know if it's like that. Hey, appreciate it. I got to take one more call. Then I don't know if the president has the authority. Good morning. Yes. Turn down the radio, whatever that is you got in the back of there. Mm-hmm. Well, again, listen, I mean, I like Ramaswamy and I love me some DeSantis, but they dropped out. Of course, just because you're young don't make you wise. Mm. Well, I think Kamala Harris won't be that big a deal for Trump. I mean, yeah, they ain't no. But he didn't talk about brown women. He said women. He said women in general who don't have kids don't have a stake in America. I disagree with that statement, but he didn't say nothing about brown women. Okay. Again, though, I guess his thing is that and listen, I don't totally agree with that statement, but I do think people with children, and you know that you got it. We look at the right. We look at the country a little bit different than people without children. We look at but I don't agree with the statement. But I understand the sentiment, but I don't agree with the statement. People have a stake in America whether they got kids or not. But people with kids do look at the future a little bit differently than those without, because we want to make sure our kids we want to make sure our kids got at least the opportunity to be successful. So, right on. Okay, well, now the Democratic Russia do everything because they ain't scared of us no more. We're doing it now. We're doing it. Yeah. Appreciate it. Y'all take a break. We'll be back after this. Wait, I'm out. Got a call. Got a call.
News Radio 1440.
Who's a Brian Watson? The individuals in I don't know. The Republican dream, but where there's some kind of way to throw what's in the air. Sponsor to our team, and we're going to the woman and we're going to the top. Scattered showers and this stuff. Or whether that is consistent with and that's what those are both at. I'm going to say, news radio report to the
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Lowe's Alone. News Radio 1440.
Main Street.
The news you need, the news you can trust, the news you depend on. News Radio 1440. More at newsradio1440.com.
Let's talk. You solve problems all day at work. You fix the sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't work. The guy that fixes things. And Montgomery Men's Health completely rearranged it today. We've been destroying veterans' boredom for years. Our friendly district team of medical providers will become the listen. For the first meal, fill up and try everything we promise. From the conventional to the conventional. Finally take care of things with no surgery. It's time to be confident. So thousands of consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Book your appointment now.
There's a better way to shop for window treatments, which includes window treatment professionals at Miss Lane Design Hill. This is being with just in public. Your path to a better window treatment experience begins by visiting our showroom in Prattville. Stop in at your convenience Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You'll experience a friendly, personal, and custom process, all designed to deliver the absolute look and feel you want for your home, guaranteed. Visit us at Just Blinds in Prattville or online at gojustblinds.com.
My wife and I enjoyed a wonderful dinner last week with friends we hadn't seen in a long time. The next day, we received a handwritten note which they delivered to our mailbox, letting us know how much they had enjoyed our dinner together, along with an article that we had discussed. You know, in today's high-tech, low-touch world, it's refreshing to get a thoughtful handwritten note once in a while. It's enough to inspire me to get started. To learn more, check us out at thekindnessrevolution.net.
Summer's here. Temperatures are soaring, and unfortunately, so is the risk of developing skin cancer. The sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can damage your skin if it's not protected properly. So when you're out in the sun this summer, make sure to wear your protective clothing, like hats and long sleeves, and repeatedly reapply sunscreen.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Sam, put your shoes on. We're headed to the doctor in 10 minutes. Okay, Mom. Hey, am I going to get a shot? Yes, it's time for your yearly vaccines. We have to make sure all your vaccines are up to date before you start back to school. You know, I have to provide a record with the day and year you got the vaccine to the school. Okay, but Mom, how many more years do I have to get these shots? At least until college.
Alabama law requires children of all ages to be up to date on their immunizations before attending school. Every child needs to be vaccinated against polio, diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, also known as whooping cough, measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
Join Kevin Elkins for Decisions. News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
All righty then. We are good morning. Hope everybody did. Man, that used to be me back in the day. So I wasn't 6'4", like 5'4". So maybe, I don't know what they call me, short. The one advantage of being short. Now, you guys will probably never get mistake. I was getting the biggest thing out of the world outside the beach. Because I knew the place where I could do the thing and run from this guy, and he could never get through it. There was some advantage to me. I used to my advantage whenever the occasion would arise I have to clean the area. Okay? You want to do? It's time to rise inside. Everybody should be up by now. 8:50 in the morning. I mean, everybody is up by now. I'm looking at this 2025 thing. We go deeper into it next hour, and you can reach your own conclusion. Let's see now. What else is going on today? The news. The challenge to the court around 8 years. And nobody has really come up with the answer for the mayor what they want them to do about the crime. And there was a body found out yesterday, as a matter of fact. Also, I'm going to have to find out their time as permits. Find out their early hopefully. But nobody has come up with, besides his brothers, besides stepping on everybody's constitutional right. Okay, again, the mayor is accountable to us because of the crime, but he's not responsible for the crime. And there's a difference there. But I want to do something. What I don't know, because what can he do? What can he do? Now the rumors is if once they become president, that Stephen spend a lot of time with those like they're taking pictures of him. Okay then, you know, I only have one problem with Kamala Harris, Clarence Johnson, the Johnny, whatever her name is, how to pronounce his name, who's on the Supreme Court. She said she couldn't define what a 1-1. You know what my one problem is? And I just gotta say it. And I hate to go here because I hate to go here. But, it is what it is. It seems, I'm gonna say it is this, but it seems the only way to be black and get a good job in government to marry somebody white. I'm just like it is. Miss Johnny, whatever her name is, on the Supreme Court, and Thomas, and now Kamala Harris. Do they need an overseer? We can't look black folks and hire off the young black people. I'm not gonna get that against. I don't know. It is what it is. I like now Mr. Who's there? I can't forget his name now. That's what we all forget. Ben Parker, who's married to a black woman. That's good. It does seem the big high jobs around here, we had somebody white. You don't know Christian. Color. But I saw color at least three. Because they all had one thing in common. They had a white spouse. And it kind of bothers me a little bit. We don't get black women. After that's the question. Nobody's noticed that good news. I'm sure you have noticed it. But again, okay, whatever. We have to overspeak. Not just what you think. Morning. Now you just got done talking. Now okay, I'm just saying. So next time you can tell me, but I don't want to hear. But and I don't. It's not that big of a deal, but it does seem that what all three of these people have in common is that they are married to a white spouse, and has a little bit married to a white spouse. I guess. But I don't understand why every high paying job if you're black, you have to be shallow. I can't be shallow. Anyway, that's just me. I'm just, but I just wondered. I mean, I would like to see a black woman and a black woman, or black woman, and black woman, make it up to that level of power part of our government that we married growing up. Okay, I know. It's a good game. I'll do that. And I'm good. We married for one dollar. But that just means I'm kind of conservative, only conservative. Everything else, I'll get it.
Update on News Radio 1448.
Police confirmed human remains found at a Brooklyn area yesterday afternoon. The man's body has been identification made, and the police have launched a different investigation. The judge provided after the presidential race that had been used to President Donald Trump. When the police released a statement claiming their support was a couple of years. A state trooper charged with the investigation. But authorities law enforcement agencies confirmed single salary arrested in this case. I'm Jasmine Williams with more morning news.
News Radio 1440 is WLWIAM and 95.1 HD3 FM of your Cumulus Media Station. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The woman who heads up the U.S. Secret Service will be facing new scrutiny over major security lapses ahead of the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Leaders of the House of Representatives say they're putting together a bipartisan task force with subpoena power to look into the incident. Comes a day after Kimberly Fiedel testified before lawmakers. Correspondent Nicole Coleman. For hours, Fiedel was pressed repeatedly over how more gunman Thomas Foote's made it up only 500 feet away from the former president. The nation and delegates bound Vice President. Nation reported to include mayor delegate support on his nomination. President the administration he wants to speak to his favorite presidential candidate, Donald Trump, who's previously called him a leader. The Transportation Department said they will investigate the airline that continues to cover Friday's global trip meltdown.
Delta says one of its critical systems tracking where its food are is still not fully operational days after the outage. The U.S. forced their delays and cancellation to snowball.
Meanwhile, just released on October's shooting rolling out in Maine that killed 18 people. The gunman and Army reservists because of that. Watson, the global comment active in the world, and the ground news, the one but the Army reserve did whether yes, it
People writing your parts for all your private needs. Get the person for the CD pack. And the people on O'Reilly Auto Parts.
manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns. Here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her have a great business. Indeed, you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews or in your employer dashboard. Indeed.com/better company 35 years. Great company.
City Motors you for 132 million these prices, you're very clever. Keep your rally back to Motors.com. It focuses on members of the sandwich generation, nearly 1 in 4 middle Americans for aging growing fortune well and Jennifer Fields tells us the city without the big city. Fortune studied a long list of resources from hospitals and child care to graduation rates and access to health CBS News.
The harvesting business cleanup for the company earlier than ever.
Okay, I forgot what I was doing. I was out there walking the hall, talking to my fans. Hey, I'll be out there later on. I'll sign some more autograph later. I was out there signing autographs. Hey, 61440. My autograph is only good on the check. Good morning. Who's this? Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. They are white. Yeah, they are. They're not, you either black or you're white. Oh, well, I'm not, that's all good. I just think that it is an interesting fact that the Supreme Court justice has comments on Supreme Court, Kamala Harris, and they all married to white people. They're white. They're white. You got two brothers. You either dark or you're light. I mean, it was right. We are Negroes. I mean, that's all right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know. Kids. Yeah, that's. No, he used a gun to kill. He killed him. Yeah, yeah, I got that story now. Mhm. What kind of man? What kind of man can do it? What kind of man? Mhm. But when have we? If we honest, Cain and Abel. When have we been a come by God people all over the world? We all got along together. I mean, that's romanticism at its highest. I agree with you. Okay. Mhm. Well, that's true. All right, appreciate it. 860-1440 and good morning. Morning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a long time for the same people. And there was. That's true. Yeah, we got some. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Mm. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to hear ideology. It would be nice to hear, like, not, listen, I love this 2025 plan. I love the plan, but I love the plan trying to put something on paper and let me read what they're up to or what they want to do. It's up to us to defeat it by to get it complete. Well, I love some of the plans. Some of the plans are okay. Others not. I mean, JD Vance, listen, I don't think you don't have kids means you don't have a state in America. But on the other hand, if he were to say that people without children look at life differently, I can agree with that. That's true. Yeah. Hmm. That's true. So I don't agree with his statement. I hope that's the only one he makes like that. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, Bridget. Yeah. 48 years, 1976. What was I in 76? I was like, uh, oh, that's true. Mm-hmm. 21, yeah. I'll put it in too. Good morning on there, 9:15. I didn't hear him say that. You disagree with that? You disagree with that? Well, we can talk about her policy. Well, I mean, again, we don't have a whole lot. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. When you vote for the president, when you vote, I don't know, you vote for president, or we can vote for president. Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and that's the Democratic Party for you and the Republican Party. Okay. Appreciate it. Good morning there. Mhm. A record, yeah. Yeah. All right. I appreciate it. 86014. I'm looking at all the things that have been up in years ago. There's nothing that has been. Morning. Morning. Hopefully with something. Of course, that won't get the money back. Even if they gave you 10 years, there's got to be restitution along that. You'll never pay it back. But the city didn't even find it out. The city didn't find it out. Right? The attorney general's office, it was a mistake. The attorney general's office found out, and I guess let the mayor know. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Good morning. Yeah. Okay. Right. The chicken are not complaining. So why would it go up? Why would it go up? Exactly. Exactly. They don't have to go up. It go up. It goes to the green. They don't have to go up. But because it breathes, not because people need it. No, but there's no reason for it to go up except more people want more money. And why do prices go up? Why do prices? Why? Tell me why. But stop. Why do things go up? Tell me why do things go up? Tell me. No, just tell me why. But you don't answer my question. Because of greed. It's greed. I wouldn't have to make more money. If the price really keeps going up, I wouldn't need more money. It's greed. Yeah. Yes, it does. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. I got 10 chicks. I got 10 chickens. I got 10 chickens. Every day those chickens lay an egg. Now, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's the same chicken. So why in the world do I have to keep the price of the eggs up? Because gas going up. Everybody's greedy. They want more money. The chickens are not complaining. Exactly. Yeah. And it is. Yeah. And only look at it. All right. Appreciate it. I got it. Only reason why it goes up because somebody wants to make more money. The gas station wants to make more money. I think we ought to put a price control on everything. Okay? So a guy living in a house, waiting on the wheels on wheels, don't have to worry about gas or everything going up every year. I think you ought to be a full efficient and raising anything to change it. I'm serious. It needs going up. Good morning. Yes. What? Oh, okay. Appreciate your contribution to that fact. 9:26 in the morning, we'll be back again. If anybody can tell me why prices go up besides bringing all this, we is why prices go up. Now, the government ought to stop some of this price housing and prices going up. Okay? Insurance going up, the rent going up, the water going up, the eggs going up, the gas going up. Matter of fact, everything is going up. Okay, one minute. Now, Well, at least my son is getting into politics. Oh, he running to 1440, the number you want to get on talk with them on your mind. Let's go to right here. Good morning. Good morning.
Put a dollar figure on it. You know, compare what a GS1 or something federal employee was making in '67 with what they're making now. And, you know, that contributes a lot to the inflation. It's not really greed. It's you have to have it to exist. And we have created a caste system in this country where 87% of us live off the government. So naturally, there's going to be this insatiable appetite to tax you for all the things that we do. Just about everybody that calls in on your program probably fits into that mold. All of us. And it's called a cost of living adjustment, a COLA. And, you know, I don't know how we'll ever get out of it. Karl Marx talked about it back in 53, whenever he wrote this book. I got it at work. I'm going to pull it up and that quote he had. But anyway, the other thing was you talked about miscegenation and Muhammad Ali. In '68, and you know, I got home and was looking for something to do. And Muhammad Ali, they asked him, you know, they were relating him to Jack Johnson. You remember him? The first, they asked him, he said, well, now that you're the heavyweight champion of the world, you're going to get you a white woman. He said, you know, that's the problem right now. He says a lot of people, when they get a little hands on a little money and a little status in that, they feel that their women are not good enough for them. And, you know, that even turned more people against him because, you know, but he was right about that. Yeah. But, you know, during that time period, you know, this is when we started being proud of being black. We wore afros, we had black studies, affirmative action came along a little bit later. You had to learn how to be black all over again. And, you know, I said that to some people yesterday, and it's the truth. You know, when are we going to learn how to be Americans? You know, everybody else, they come here to be that. But we allow our politicians, our leaders, and all of us to keep us segregated and separated from the rest, apartheid, just like in South Africa. It's a little different here, but it's the same thing. That's my comment this morning.
All righty then. 860-1440. Good morning. Who's this? Why shouldn't I be able to keep the same price as long as nothing else goes up? No, I can't because somebody else wants to make more money on the feed. No. The guy who raised the feed is greedy. Well, now natural occurrences, acts of God. Well, you know, I can understand that in a way. Yeah, you know, but which is still greed. Okay, if you have the supply, wait a minute. If you have the supply, can't you by rationing the supply, you can determine the demand, which in turn determines the price. Of course it can. Of course it can. No, I can't. I can't. No, right. Somebody greedy. Somebody, the guy who took the guy who took the gasoline up is greedy. Then we ought to have a strategic reserve that we can put more oil into our economy. And right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know he yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not. No. No, everybody's no. Oh yeah, I do. Everybody's passing on. Wait a minute. Everybody's passing on the first greed to everybody else after the first greed because the price because it's a what do you call it? It's a condition and response. Well, I haven't seen his chickens, but they all put the same egg out. Absolutely. But if I'm the only guy in town with eggs, and I got them all because a storm knocked Farmer John's farm out of there. Now he's going to take the price of eggs up because he knows he can get more because he has a limited supply. Well then, yeah. And nothing's wrong with making money. But you don't have to take the price up on everything because once you take the price up on one thing, it automatically takes the price up on everything. So you think we should just let private practices just take the price as high as they want? Like, okay, it ought to be on, let's say, electricity. Not Alabama Power. Alabama Power could take their price up anytime. As a matter of fact, 2 years ago, they took it up 3 times in 1 year. And why should they be guaranteed? Why should they be guaranteed a certain amount of money when no other business is? I thought we were against the monopolies in America. I know there's Dixie, but Dixie, I understand, gets their power from Alabama Power. Listen, no, I'm putting I'm putting a windmill back there. Yeah, I got one coming. It's based on greed and free market. Okay, I hear you. What about others? Well, at least they gave me some rice for free. I thought they gave me rice. Oh, that's Libya. Excuse me. They gave you free rice in Libya. Yeah. Well, that's what our money. Wait a minute. That's what our money is almost becoming. Because it costs me a lot more. It's equivalent to the same thing almost. Yeah. Let me come up with a system with you. We'll be back. Good. There we go.
My wife and I enjoyed a wonderful the next day we were saying, and support the 47 million people worldwide who are living with Alzheimer's disease and other dementias.
The number of Americans living with Alzheimer's is growing at an alarming rate. 10% of people over Alzheimer's disease and providing an accurate diagnosis earlier than ever before. This message this station.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton.
We decided to volunteer with United Way at our community free health.
United Way is how we contribute. We our time and money are going to the right place.
We say we're doing the right thing with our retirement too. We're Tom and Cindy. We don't just bring the street.
We live it.
Yeah. We're living on it out of work. Brought to you by United Way.
Well, the day's not totally bad. Tito they made her resign. That's good. I mean, that woman could not, and she was sitting in front of Congress yesterday, could not answer anything. That's political correctness. One of the guys said, do you believe that guns make their job more efficient? She said, well, I'm not. Without guns, there is no Secret Service. There's no Secret Service. And I tell you what, I'm all for not selling weapons of war to civilians. I am. a certain kind of rifle that you need to go outside or something like that. But you don't need, I think scopes ought to be illegal. Okay? I do. These people don't need these kinds of weapons. Went to the pawn shop yesterday. A girl was in there. I wasn't pawn anything. And a girl was in there surrendering what looked like kids in Afghanistan. They got a whole village with. I think we need to modify, and I know you talk to some people, but I think we need to modify. There needs to be a modification. Now, exactly what that modification looks like, I don't know. Good morning on there. Yeah. Well, it seems like that's being, right, but it seems like that's being done now. Yeah. Well, that sounds like that sounds like the lack of integrity on the representative. Right. I said all part of that. That's right. I can't blame a business for trying to take a shortcut. I do blame, right. But I do blame, yeah. I appreciate, I do blame the politician though for that kind of pressure. Good morning. You are entitled to this age. You are entitled to your. No, I'm just saying that it seems up in Washington D.C. that you have to have an overseer if you have to be black. You go. I mean, it's right. It's right there in my phone. But all had a white mother. Yeah, but now she's surely black. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but he still had a white person in his family. He had a white person in his family, so that was covered. That's good too. You know, Pastor Nellos told me, I think he made him on Purple Street. He was something wrong. He just called me. So I don't. Um, no, no. Yeah, yeah. I know it. Yeah, like that. I'll find out though. Just to make sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Just a lot of people. Yeah, yeah. We got to start with a D. Yeah, and we never did hear much. We never did hear about what happened. So I guess, I guess it was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand, and I think in our lives, some of us have been on both sides of that. Okay, appreciate it. Mhm. No, no, I don't do that. Well, I thank you, sir. Appreciate it. It's not too bad for a fool. Not too bad for a fool. Okay, I understand. I got you. What in the you don't give me the quote unless you think it's apropos. Well, he is. Now I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. I forgot. But he did have a white mother. So, I mean, I mean, yeah. I ain't mad at him. Don't get me wrong. You can't pick your mama, or you can't pick your mama or your dad. I was doing that. Good morning on there. Mm-hmm. I had it, but I never used it. Never got on the plane, so I didn't get it sidearm because my job didn't require me to carry a sidearm. So I did, but I always carry a sidearm, but not enlisted. And it they changed, and I don't know, but I didn't, I wanted a 45, but my rank did. Yeah, anything has a magazine in it. Well, you can shoot 10. Well, I like lots, so yeah, wait a minute, I like lots. Anything with anything that can shoot on automatic. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Is that the stick thing? Is that that thing they call the stick? That hmm, yeah. And again, though, I'm just saying there are some weapons that you don't need at home. In my mind, there's some you don't need at home. Well, unless you plan on a game coming. Yeah, yeah. And again, yeah, I'm just saying I switch. Right, right, right. That I can live with. But that switch thing. Yeah, well, whatever. There's no reason why this woman can turn into a concept yesterday, turn in a weapon that looked like something that a sniper would have. Okay. But I can't get into the whole thing, and I'm running out of time. But we had that conversation. You know more about guns than I do. Okay. Do you think that people need weapons like that, except for and they can carry around in the street? Okay. I got a lot of time to, I got paid about 30 seconds. Sorry about that. Yeah, yeah. I would be hyperbole.